So when you look at, some people point to stretched valuations and say it's no surprise that we were going to see some kind of correction. You don't see this as sustained, though. You don't think that the conditions exist for a sustained pullback in equities?
Not at this point, no, I don't. I think it's a healthy correction. After such a long period of one-way traffic, I think we've had a correction. We're coming towards the end of the year. I think some people are inclined to take profits. And so I think it's a healthy correction. I'm not quite sure how long it goes on, maybe a couple of weeks in total. And it may be more difficult for stocks to make progress towards the end of the year. But, if you look at growth, it's great. If you look at inflation, it's low. And although central banks are withdrawing accommodation, they're doing so very slowly, and I don't see any shocks there. Maybe vol could pick up a bit from the ultra lows we've had.
Yeah, it's been pretty low, hasn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
Volatility. I'm drawn to some of the comments that we've got around corporate earnings on the Bloomberg this morning, and I wanted to show you this chart. This is 6319, BTV 6319 on the Bloomberg. You can pull it up. And this shows what sort of evolved over the last 5 days or so over on the S&P 500, the way that the market dropped at the open, and then we saw some buying as if investors, the bulls were back in the market saying, well, hang on, we don't buy this correction, in a similar vein to what you were saying. And some of my colleagues point to the corporate earnings story, saying that companies are confident of beating estimates, relatively confident compared to how they've been over the last sort of 5 to 7 years. My last guest, though, said, hang on a second, there's a lot of share buybacks in there. You've got to be mindful of that.
Well, yeah, there's a lot of share buybacks. That's
probably helping, maybe helping them beat their estimates. So do we kind of disregard that then?
No, I don't think you can disregard it. I think it's a factor that's out there, and corporates seem to think it's better value buying your own shares back than investing in capital. That's the way you raise returns to your investors, and I don't see why that's changing. And so I think that will continue going forward.